welcome back to the 41st episode of the Rule of Two here on the C Cinema Reviews channel. We're very excited. I think we did miss last week.
Yep.
Yeah, so this would be our first one of the new year. So we hope you guys had a great new year. George, Shmi, Benioff and Weiss, JJ. It's good to have you back. Good to be back. Yeah, so this week I'm pretty excited we have some cool topics, and also with me as always is Misa Sista.
Heyo.
So yeah, we're gonna start off talking Star Wars, but today we have the mid-season trailer for Star Wars Resistance, and that was also renewed, or it was confirmed that they're doing a second season, obviously. Jango Fett, the new Star Wars Age of Republic, Jango Fett one-shot comic, and then we have the Obi-Wan Kenobi one-shot comic, which came out, I think, either this week or last week. I'm pretty sure one of these past 2 weeks. Anyways, yeah, so those are our three topics. We're so very glad you joined us. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's start off with the comic book Star Wars Age of Republic.
Why is that so hard to say?
Because I feel like there should be a "the" right there. Age of the Republic, but whatever.
Jango Fett.
Jango Fett.
This was fine. I care nothing about these characters. I don't like Boba Fett, and we get baby Boba Fett.
Yeah.
I don't care about Jango Fett.
Yeah.
He's fine.
We have a very strange cover. We have one. I think it's one of the variant covers. Yeah, it is. But this one has like Count Dooku, Grievous, and Darth Maul on the cover, as well as Jango Fett. And only Count Dooku is in the thing, and he's in there for like a second.
Right, and it's like there's a hint of his like racism about
towards
Jango
anybody
Fett,
else, but
Jango Fett being
human,
and
how he wants
most bounty hunters aren't. And
how he wants the Republic's army to be human.
Right. That was the only part that I was like, what? But, everything else I really don't care. It's just basically a lesson for baby Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And Boba Fett can die in a Sarlacc pit, so.
I actually really enjoyed this one. I read this one before the Obi-Wan one. But I really enjoyed this one. It was, Jango has taken a job. This is during the times before, obviously, Dooku is, like, going undercover, and this is, like, during the times when the cloners on Kamino are still in the process of cloning, and this is before Episode 2, where Obi-Wan finds all that out. And so, but Jango Fett pretty much takes this job that... they have to like find this girl but not hurt her and bring her back to her parents. But yeah, it's like it's a job, but it's mostly like training for Boba Fett, for young Boba, baby Boba. Like I don't know, I just like it at the beginning because it's like these other three bounty hunters, and they're just kind of talking about Boba Fett being like
having a reputation.
Having a good reputation for being one of the best.
Jango Fett stresses, like, baby Boba Fett needs to start building his, and he does at the end because he kills two of these bounty hunters, but leaves the other one so that...
Tiver and Rin.
So that the other one could tell that he killed
he left
the other two.
Neelda alone. He left him to live, to tell the story.
Basically about reputation.
Yeah.
If you read from a certain point of view the book, you get a little bit of Boba Fett saying when he goes to confront Han, he's like, all these other people, they're just low rent like people, and I'm the only one here to bring up the sort of level to prove that Jabba is serious about this. And so he has this reputation. I mean, the Empire calls on him. So he does have this rep. But
he's one of the few that Vader himself is like, right. I need someone to find something. You're gonna be one of those guys.
Exactly. But I don't like Boba Fett, so...
Baby Boba's not good, yeah.
I don't like him at all. He never stood out to me, ever, so...
Yeah. It's
fine.
It's a good one. It's more... There's a lot less action than I thought there would be.
Sure.
But
the art's good. Sometimes they, especially with characters that we've seen before, instead of actually drawing them, they'll like put the pictures of their face like in the regular Star Wars annual. They'll sometimes put like from the movie their faces on to the characters of like Luke, Leia, and Han, and it just looks terrible.
Yeah.
But they don't do that in this. They actually draw them. It's really nice. If you want to know what I'm talking about, just go check out one of the annuals. They're just like, sometimes they put the face on and it's weird. But here's good. Yeah.
The two of the bounty hunters kind of double cross them, and they take Boba Fett as a prisoner, and they're talking to Jango Fett about like, you either give us the girl that they were supposed to get, or we're gonna kill your kid. And then Boba Fett just shoots both of them, and I think it's pretty cool. At least for me, I like it. Because, like, Boba Fett's starting to figure it out, you know? And that'll come back. We'll talk about that with the Obi-Wan thing, because there's some parallels. Just like the last two ones.
Think?
Yeah, definitely. Just like with Darth Maul and Qui-Gon, I feel like there's parallels between the two stories. But we'll get into that. Anything else you want to say on Jango Fett?
Nope.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's like, it's not as much action as I thought there would be. I thought there would be like underworld kind of scummy kind of things, but not so much.
Within the art there is.
Yeah.
You do get to see.
I would say that this one is not like a must read. But yeah, we obviously want to hear your thoughts on it. Tell us that in the comment section down below. We would definitely like to have a conversation about any of these three topics. But let's move on to the Obi-Wan
Star
Kenobi.
Wars Age of Republic Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get a nice Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, we got a variant edition with Ewan.
This one is called Mission.
Yeah.
This one's good. I mean, Obi-Wan is probably my second favorite character. Luke Skywalker being the tippy top of that list.
Right.
My
main man Luke.
We get some flashbacks to little Obi-Wan. Lil Obi-Wan.
Yeah, him in the training.
We get like 13-year-old Anakin.
Yeah, somewhere like,
which
you know,
nice.
beginning of the rebel teenage
right.
years.
We see the death of Qui-Gon Jinn. Sometimes I was getting a little bit confused because Obi-Wan has his longer hair, and then they would flash back, and I'd be like, wait, is this Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon, or what's happening?
Yeah.
But this one's good.
Yeah, I think it's the better of the two.
Yeah. They're finding a holocron.
They're going and finding a Jedi holocron on a planet that they didn't know that any Jedi had been to previously. Yeah, I don't think it's a planet that is in the Republic. There's not much like knowledge they have on it. They're kind of like bird people who live on the planet, which I thought was it's like a different thing than what we've seen before.
Yeah, and they're like pirates because
they're riding a big old dragon looking thing.
They want the holocron as well because they think it's valuable.
Yeah.
And then when they see Obi-Wan's lightsaber, they're like, forget
they're
that.
Like,
give me the lightsaber.
Give me the laser sword. I'm starting to really not like. That's one thing that I'm really not liking about the new Disney thing. It's like they keep calling it a laser sword, and it's like, bruh, everyone and their mother in the Star Wars universe knows that it's called a lightsaber.
Right.
Out of bird people, doesn't matter. You know it's called a lightsaber, not a laser sword.
But there's this giant panel, 2-page panel, that or several.
It's
panels.
like Obi-Wan defending himself.
Yep, taking out some bird fools.
So he's more along. Yeah, he's not.
He's really good, but
he's not really killing them. He's just kind of like cutting their weapons down.
Anakin gets caught or whatever, but then he throws rocks. And
Anakin, yeah, again,
a little
like
parallel to
definitely a parallel.
Episode 8, where she's just like moving rocks.
Yeah, the Force is not just moving rocks. But it's also parallel to Jango Fett, because in this one, the bad guys literally say, you either give us the laser sword or give us, or choose one, the laser sword or the boy. And it's the same thing like in the Jango Fett comic. The bad guys, make you choose between the young person that you're training and your goal or your supposed goal in the mission.
I can see that now. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also...
And both of them are lessons for the trainee.
Yeah. Something that I liked about this was sort of Anakin thinking that Obi-Wan was stuck with him, basically, having to train him because Qui-Gon died, but Obi-Wan also thinking that Anakin was stuck with Obi-Wan as a teacher instead of Qui-Gon Jinn.
Right, because...
They both feel like they've sort of inconvenienced the other.
Yeah, they're both kind of self-conscious of the fact that maybe they were both... like Anakin feels like he was too old, and then Obi-Wan feels like he wasn't fully trained.
Right.
Or he's not a master at this point. And usually masters are the ones who get Padawans.
Exactly. He's just a Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
But
I like that. I actually really enjoy that point of view, because it's like there's self-doubt. Yeah,
absolutely.
There's self-doubt, and it's like, and then I really enjoy the thing where Obi-Wan talks about it's not only the student that learns, the master definitely learns as well, which is really good, because that's like definitely true. Teachers got to learn to, how to become better teachers, or how to, that kind of thing. I thought was really great, because it's like, even Yoda kind of had to, I guarantee you, even Yoda was learning all throughout his life, even during Luke. Yeah.
Well, and they also have, same as the other two, the sort of one-shots that we read, they have the short, abbreviated history of the characters. Even with Jango Fett, they have that, and it's at the very end, and you just get some paragraphs about, the history of the character, which I really liked.
Yeah.
So, this one I enjoyed.
Yeah, this one...
Art was good, story was nice.
I will say that I enjoyed the Obi-Wan Kenobi as a comic one-shot more than I did the Jango Fett one. The Jango Fett one's good. If you like Jango Fett or Boba Fett, it's a nice little story with both of them, and it's, $5 or $4, so it's not, it's a nice story. I will say that. It's a nice story. I think both of these, I would say, if you go down to your local comic book store, they're nice little one-shot stories, and they're kind of fun. They're kind of fun. I would definitely recommend. I would recommend the Obi-Wan more than the Jango Fett, but hey, there's a nice parallel between the two stories.
Sure.
It's all that good stuff. But yeah, that's our thoughts. Again, tell us your thoughts on the Obi-Wan Kenobi comic. We would love to hear your thoughts. Let's move on to the Star Wars Resistance Season 1 mid-season trailer. So this is the trailer for the rest of Season 1, I guess. And I gotta tell you, I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how much...
By the way, we're not up to that. We still have one episode.
We're behind by one episode, I'm pretty sure.
But...
We're not totally caught up. We're behind by one episode, but... It seems like the whole racing thing is taking a backseat.
I know, which I'm a little bit disappointed by.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well,
I am very happy by it.
They spent, so much money on putting together, trailers specifically for those racers. Pilots. And I haven't even, some of them haven't even
that's
spoken.
The last episode that we haven't seen.
Maybe. But... I want to get into those characters.
They literally ground their racers.
Exactly. I want to know who these people are and who's the spy and all this stuff, and
Well, it's Dozer.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, we see. I actually really enjoyed this trailer because there's a bunch of First Order stuff, and I'm pretty sure, like if General Hux makes that speech twice in his career, that would just be weird because it's literally word for word from Episode 7.
Dude is a psychopath, and earlier, I don't know if it's earlier, but. In the trailer, we also see where Poe and Kaz are out, and they're like, "This used to be a system."
Where's the star?
Right. So I could see how he would have also made that for like the maybe the last testing or one of the first testings of the battle station.
Yeah. But it looks
whatever.
It looks very much like the end of this season takes place during Episode 7.
Right, which I don't like.
Which for me personally, I'm like, that stinks because we're not going to get Poe. Like, we get Poe. There's a couple. There's obviously that one episode where they're talking about that star thing. There's another episode where it looks like he's like falling onto an X-Wing that's mid-flight. But
I wanted this to be a little bit more like maybe 2 years before
like Rebels, where you
7.
get the lead up to the episodes.
And then you're not, like, overlapping. You could just sort of get, like, oh, they were in the Battle of Scarif, and then they were here.
It's
and
a nice...
what? Jason?
I do think that Rebels is really good in that. But, like... And I think that would be a nice... It's just they did it very good with Rebels, where it's a super nice transition from that into Rogue One into the episodes. Other than Ahsoka. But
the thing about this trailer that even though his speech did make my ears perk up and go, wait a second.
I was like, yeah, what? Say what? Is this dude practicing?
But at the same time, that speech is so kind of like, like it makes you feel bad. And then they intercut it with like them doing action stuff, and then all of a sudden you have like Doza's daughter like falling in a really wacky way, and it's like. This is still like a kid's show.
They drown the Colossus.
There's some like goofy stuff happening.
Yeah, it's definitely
while
a kid's
this like
show.
Music is going, and you're like, whoa, things are about to get bad.
They're about to commit like genocide. They're about to destroy like a system, an entire system, and they're just like, let's just show the girl flopping around.
Yeah, it's like there's some shots in there that I'm like, it reminds you that this is still a kid's show. But.
I'm very surprised because they confirmed that there was going to be a second season. Right. And so does that take place during Episode 8? Like, what's going on here? Because Episode 8 is days after.
Well, I say like right after.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if not right after, then days after Episode 7. So if at the end of this episode or this season we get it is happening at the same time as Episode 7. Then it's like...
Could we go beyond the 3 episodes? Because if this goes for 4 seasons...
Yeah. We could get some stuff after Episode 8, and that would be very interesting.
Yeah.
Because like, the next season probably wouldn't come out until, like, right at the time that Episode 9 is coming out. Right, because that's kind of when this one is happening at the end of the year. So we could do that. Like, this season could end kind of where Episode 7 ends. And then next season could be Episode 8.
Right.
And then it would be very interesting for me.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just because, like...
I could probably see this ending...
it would be amazing if it just ended after this season. They were like, they confirmed a second season, and then it just ended with them all dying.
I could see this going for 4 seasons and ending after Episode 9. Because we know, it's rumored that there's a time jump. There's a
time jump, yes.
For 9, at least a year.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
I think, though, that could work because you could have season 2, which would be Episode 8, season 3, which would be in between Episode 8 and 9, and then season 4 would be right during Episode 9,
And
if
maybe
they
going
wanted to do
past
that. Yeah.
and doing a little bit of what Rebels did with sort of showing
What these characters did after.
right and the return of Ahsoka. Spoilers.
Of course. Come on, Dave. We all know.
Let me just tell you something. She don't die.
She don't.
Even when it looks like she did, she don't die.
Immortal. She's immortal.
Exactly.
They will kill off all of our Holy Trinity before they kill off Ahsoka. What's wrong with you, Dave?
Yep. So,
but yeah, like this trailer, yeah, definitely puts racing on the back seat. Like, not even on the back burner. They just take it off the heat completely.
Well, there's no fun once you put in the Empire or the First Order.
But it seems like these guys, it seems like the aces are gonna start going against the First Order, which could be pretty cool because then we could get some cool action there. There was something. Oh yeah, Kaz, bruh.
Oh,
what is with the emo hair?
He'd be looking like you right now.
He's like
with your emo bangs.
Oh no, he's turned into Peter Parker from Spider-Man 3. It's like he's got all edgy and just took his hair down.
I know.
It's like, what's going on with that, homie? You can't. What happened? You forget to no more gel. Can't afford any more gel. What's going on, Kaz?
Yeah, it's weird. I really thought this was gonna be like before episode 7.
There's a lot of TIE fighters in here. There's a lot of TIE fighter sounds, which I'm always cool with. But it's just like, really? Okay, so that came quickly. Like episode 7, it just happens.
Right.
And but also this planet seems to be somewhat important to their plan, the First Order's plan.
Sure.
As far as like taking over the galaxy,
I don't know where it
being
is
a part of war
in the galaxy, if it's like in the Outer Rim or
I don't know,
because it might be their first sort of
staging ground.
Yeah, step into the galaxy at large, because we know the First Order has been hiding in
the unknown regions,
right? Wild space or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. We do see a map at one point during the trailer. And I'm just like, are they ever going to explain this? Or are they just going to show a map and be like, this is what's happening?
Right. Well, we can't understand.
Yeah, we can't understand the Aramish. Aramish, I think.
I don't know.
Is the language that they have on the thing. Like, we can't understand that. But I think that this place is important kind of to... As far as, like, a staging ground for something to maybe have a better position in taking over the galaxy or whatever. Sure. But yeah, I think this trailer it surprised me kind of a lot with just how much First Order stuff and then episode 7 stuff it looks like we're gonna get. Mm-hmm. Which honestly I gotta be honest, I'm very happy that we're not just racing.
I'm not, but okay.
Yeah, I think that it's not a bad trailer though. It's just like there's some like weird things, but like definitely once you start hearing General Hux's his speech, it was.
We get a little.
Yeah, I was like, say what? Like, hold on, what?
We get a little bit more of Kaz and what's her name, Doza's daughter.
Something.
Yeah.
Forget her name.
Well, we get a little more of them together. So maybe they'll be going out spying.
Yeah, stop it with the hair. Just cut it, dude. You don't need to have them bangs.
Yeah, but it's fine. I'm not a huge fan of this, but
yeah, it's like whatever.
So, and we get those kids back from.
I really don't like what's his name, Niku. I don't like him like narrating the trailer. It's just like that voice is not one that I want to hear often.
Well, are you happy they replaced it with
General Hux
and his like
his Nazi propaganda thing? No, not
Nazi
really.
Nazi audition.
Yeah, his audition to be Hitler wannabe. Nah, I mean it's a fine trailer. I was very surprised and kind of relieved to see a lot of First Order stuff. So yeah, I it's one of those things. It's like Star Wars, at least with Rebels, it seems like the beginning of their seasons are kind of always set up, and then the end of the seasons are better. So it's almost like if you really want to get anything important, just start it after the mid. When they've come back from their mid-season break.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of excited to see like how they're gonna handle Episode 7, because that's kind of a big deal. Like the First Order destroying the system.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anything else you want to say about this trailer?
Nope.
All right. Thank you very much.
Wait. We gotta go with the Star Wars fact.
Oh, the Star Wars.
Star Wars fun fact.
Yeah. Well, we didn't hint at it. That's why. Okay, I
Well.
don't know what she's gonna say, so so you guys will hear it at the same time that I
It'll
will.
be vague and unconvincing.
So it'll be apparently a fun fact from Star Wars. So take it away.
All right, so I was reading the Star Wars Annual. It was an old one, and I believe the issue was called Ashes of Jedha. But there they meet some young people who are still fighting for, the rebels, but they're Saw's old people. And
they escaped.
yeah. Well, they're trying to fight off the Empire because the Empire is still there. Like, oh, let's just get whatever we can
The Kyber
get.
crystals, yeah.
Yeah. And so they're there, and this one girl, she shows a lot of stupid bravery, and Han is like,
Gumption.
I like you, kid, but we need you to survive, And at the end, they save everybody together.
Yeah.
Obviously, because
Of
it's
course.
Han. And
You can do anything.
he gives her his medal.
Ah.
But when he goes back to the people, they're like, you really just give her your medal? And he's like, and here's the fun fact, Han
What?
got those copied and made a whole bunch so that he could sell them whenever he needed money.
Nice.
And he gives them to some rebels every time he feels like they deserve it.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. So
that is
that's
Han.
Han being Han.
That's Han Solo being
So
Han.
I thought I'd just drop that little nugget.
That's in canon, right?
That's absolutely in
Okay,
canon.
that's amazing. That is he's got like a drawer on the Falcon full of fake medals.
Right.
He's just
And Luke and Leia are just like, you didn't just say that, did you? And he's like, yes, I did.
That's so amazing. That's just
Yep.
He's got like a bounty on his head, and then he goes and does that.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah. So I just thought that was a nice little Star Wars fun fact.
Yeah.
That Han is still Han, no matter how gold his heart is.
That is funny.
Yep.
He sells his medal. That's funny. Yeah, that's a great fun fact.
But you think he's like being very, generous and
generous.
giving this girl, and then he turns around and he's just like, yeah, I made a whole bunch. So, it's cool.
I enjoy that. That's kind of fun.
You're welcome,
That's
world.
totally Han. But yeah, that was a way to go. Way to go.
You thought it was gonna be something boring.
I thought it was gonna be like Warwick Davis,
Oh no.
his new character. Or something.
I do love Warwick, but no.
Yeah. Kaz, just like put some gel in or cut it off. Do one of the two.
Yeah, you need to stop watching this trailer.
Yeah, but we that's pretty much our show for today. We thank you very much, all 5 of you, for listening. Five of you for listening. Like I said, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. There's also a like button down there. I think it helps. I think it helps, but
George, JJ, get Ryan Johnson.
It just yes.
On this
get
show.
Ryan Johnson on
No
the show.
hate here, Ryan.
No hate.
We're
just
big fans
just
of episode
excitement for what you're gonna do in the future.
Yeah, we're big fans of Star Wars. If you're, I still want
shout it from the mountaintops. Go on your roof
Yeah.
and paint it.
whatever
on
your series
roof.
is. We need you to announce it as Chicago, So
They're gonna announce the Benioff and Weiss thing first.
I don't care. I just want more.
Yeah, of
More
course.
Star Wars.
Yeah, and you get a Star Wars, and yeah, but yeah, we're very thankful that you guys decided to make us a little bit part of your day. Tell your friends about the show. Tell your family. Tell your loved ones when you're hanging out with them. Just be like, hey, you like Star Wars? I know some people who like it too. But yeah, we thank you very much for watching the show, and may the Force be with you.
Always.